Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Replay Icewind Dale the Enhanced Edition. And when last we left off, we've gone through this long and winding ice cavern beneath the Gloomfrost. And there were lots of very dangerous enemies in there. They weren't that dangerous for us because we were able to keep them under control, but trust me, if you don't keep them under control, they are very dangerous. Now, up here there is a way out, but I don't want to check this way out just yet. I want to go this way. Looks like somebody tried to live here, or is trying to live here. Let's find out which that is. Ah! There is someone here! Do you have any containers? You have no containers. And I'm just going to look around, have a look over here. Nope, that is just shadow. There is a question mark somewhere, though. There it is. This dummy holds a nearly finished vambrace. The workmanship is excellent. Ooh!
I shall lead the way.
Let's say hello, shall we?
As you wish.
Be thinking to creep up on a blind old dwarf, are you? Don't think I don't know you're there. I can hear you breathing, so speak up. Who are you? I be Tannen of the clan Hearthstone. Who be ye? Wait a moment. Tannen Delton? The famous dwarven weaponsmith? Eh? Now, Delton isn't a name I'm fond of, stranger. Just Tannen will do. Delton's nothing to be ashamed of. How were you to know the returning enchantment you inscribed on my throwing hammer worked unless you threw... At the risk of echoing myself, stranger, just Tannen will do. But what happened to you? Your weapons are practically legendary. But your own people don't even know where you vanished to. Aye, my business is me own, stranger, but you found me, you have. If you want, you can tell the fellows down in the Sunset Mountains I'm well and good, making trouble as always. Now, who are ye, and what do you want? We got 26,250 experience just for asking about Tannen. Not a lot of experience at this level, but still, that's pretty free experience. Also, that sounds like a very cursed throwing hammer. Travellers in search of a seer of these caves. Have you seen her? Have you come to harm her? If you have, you'll be getting no help from me. Get you gone and trouble us no more. But we have no desire to harm her. We came in search of information. Your words ring true to my ears, but I trust not a face I can't see. And she don't want to speak to you anyway, so there's little help to be had. Why doesn't she want to see us? You're wise she's hiding here, stranger. She told me you'd come, and you'd be carrying her death with ye. She's been afraid of your visit for a 10-year or more. So much so she won't step outside her cave. It's all I can do to get her to eat. Why would we kill her? I can't see your face, stranger, much less read your heart. You could have a score of reasons. If the seer predicted our coming, she must have surely predicted we would speak to her. I see your point, stranger. Alright, then I'll help you. But if you bring any harm to her, you'll answer to me. I get the feeling that the thing that we get her to divine is going to be too much for her body and too taxing a power, and it will kill her. But that's just a hunch. She sealed herself within a chamber below, and the door is a special one of me own making. There's no way to open it unless you know how to look at it. You need to see the reflection of the door in a mirror, then you'll see the workings of it. A finely crafted thing, make no mistake. Well, where do we get a mirror? I can craft you one, but I'll need your help with it. There are times I need a spare set of eyes to finish a piece. Alright then, where do we begin? That's the spirit. Now go to the table and grab 2 of the smallest chisels you see, then... Meanwhile, crafting... Sometime later. There you be. That'll serve you as a key to seer if you're determined to. Now get along with ye, and watch yourself in these caves. So you can craft a mirror from ice. Can you craft a rose? Aye, perhaps I could. Why would you want such a thing? I know of a man who spent his life in search of one, and it ruined him. Perhaps it is not too late for him to find it, and his life again. It'll be difficult, but a challenge. And I'll not duck a challenge. Hand me the small block of ice from the bench and let your eyes guide me hands. Alright then. More crafting! Didn't know I had it in me. There you are. How does it look? It's beautiful, Tannen. It was as if it grew from the ice as you carved it. Aye. So anything else you be wanting? What are you doing here in the... Let's do this one first. Do you have any supplies, Tannen? Aye. Perhaps. Looking to trade then? I'd like to see what you have. Ooh! Alright, you do have supplies. Oh! Okay, you've got some goods. Ooh, you have potion bags. Ooh, you have potion bags and gem cases and yeti pelts. We could sell... Ooh, we could sell some stuff to you. We have boots of the north. Gauntlets of valor. Immunity to charm, domination, entanglement, hold, paralysis, sleep. But whoa! The gauntlets of valor is a weapon 3 times a day. Proficiency fists. Not usable by a wizard slayer or kensai. Just being immune to all those things is pretty amazing. A cloak of protection. Hold fast arrows. Target is entangled. +2 arrows are there. Dagger +2. Finest longsword. Ooh. +2 Thaco. Didn't even know there was a type that went that high. Battle Axe 2 Defender. Flawless two-handed axe. Helmet. Full plate +1, plate mail +1, studded leather +2, Winter King's plate. It just gives fire resistance and cold resistance. That's actually not as good as I would have hoped it would be. But... Oh, there's a bit of nostalgia right there. Vascona. Blades of this type were long used by Sharan priests during the sacrificial rites of Feast of the Moon ceremonies. Legends say that when she passed on, the remains of this sword's wielder were mummified, and the blade was placed within her chest as a symbol of power. In the first stage of a long-forgotten ritual, she was to have been exhumed in a season, born again in some new form. Unfortunately, cult wars killed the few that knew of her existence. Her tomb became a prison where she was forgotten, and she developed a rage that bordered on insanity. Her grave was eventually found, but it was deserted and gave no indication of her whereabouts. Some venture to say that her anger was so concentrated that she became one with the very blade of her weapon. Regardless, after hundreds of years surrounded by constant hate, the sword harvested a power of its own. It is now exceedingly deadly in combat. It's a +2 sword that deals +1 cold damage whenever it hits. That is Grey Wolf's weapon from Baldur's Gate 1, and it's such a nostalgic weapon. I'm just so pleased to see it. I'm just so pleased to see it here. It's just so awesome. Interesting. +1d4 cold damage and phased. The throwing axe +2 that returns to the wielder's hand, which is nice. Frostbrand scimitar. Ooh, 50% fire resistance. That's quite good too. But really? Is there anything we want here? Maybe the gauntlets of valor? That's pretty good too. The Gauntlets of Valor seem like a very good item. For you, like, -1 Thaco is probably worth being immune to all of these things. We're gonna buy it. And it's absolutely worth that for you. The rest of it I'm not so bothered about. Maybe the arrows +2? He only has 4 of them. I'll buy them. He only has 4. The holdfast arrows I'm not so bothered about. Let us, damn polo worms. Put an axe in their skull, every one of them. I want to... Oh, there's the glacier rose. This is either a rose that has been turned into solid ice, or a piece of ice that has been expertly crafted into the shape of a rose. The workmanship is so fine that it is indistinguishable from a real flower. It was created by Tannen, the blind dwarf. Right, we have a lot of things that we can sell. So let's do that, and let's get you wearing this. Does lower your Thaco, but it does give you a ton of immunities. And I could give this to you, which makes you a little better at fighting in melee. That's probably what I should do. Right. Yes. Meanwhile, we need to talk to you a bit more. Done. I can hear you tramping around like a giant in a cave of icicles, stranger. What you be wanting now? What happened to your eyes? I came upon the seer and survived the meeting. My eyes did not. What happened? She caught me wandering the Gloomfrost, and when I saw her, it was like I'd been frozen, and I watched the last sight of my life as her dagger plucked out my eyes. Why'd she do that? She feared I'd go tell the rest of my clan that I'd seen her in the Gloomfrost. She didn't want me bringing any of my brothers here, or anyone else. What were you doing in the Gloomfrost in the first place? Ah, now finally there's a question I was expecting. By asking, you've told me more than you know. What do you mean? I can hear it in your voice. You've never felt the call. My people, the dwarves, we have a special kinship with the forge. There comes a time in our life when we feel the forge's pull, and we are guided to craft an item of such quality, such strength, that it takes a part of ourselves. The price is we will never forge another thing greater. That is the way of our people. Is that why you're here? This doesn't look like a good place to mine for metal. I never felt the call of iron or steel or mithril or silver. All those things sleep beneath the earth, but in the Gloomfrost, I found the material I was to forge. Ice. Why would you forge a weapon? Why would you forge ice into a weapon? Ice. It is water, sky, stone, all in one. It will be like forging the howling wind, the cold of winter, and the sky itself into a weapon. Can you feel the chill? It's the ice of the Gloomfrost, asking to be worked, needing to be worked, slowly, carefully, with pick and chisel, with a slow flame and a craftsman's blade. And so that's why I came here, bringing me forge and all my tools. Well, what did you make? That's the bite of the iron, stranger. Without me eyes, I can't fully see my work, so I labour here with 2 hands and nothing to work on. I could guide your hands if you want. Ha! You know not what you say. If you were present, a bit of ye'd go into the making as well, and a strange thing that'd be. I'm willing to risk it, if you are. Let's be about this, with no more beard chewing on my part. Very well, what do we do? Here is the most important bit. My hands will be doing the making, but what I make rests on what ye see inside your skull. Close your eyes and listen to the ice around ye. What do you see when the black ice speaks to ye? Ooh, we get choices. I see a huge sword, its edges of ice that can freeze an opponent, breath in his throat. The blade like an icicle which melts into my grip as if born there. That's probably a dagger. I see the ice stretch forth its black fingers into a balled-up fist, fracturing any creature touched by it as if it were ice. It's probably a morning star. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Alright, so I need to actually look up what these are. Because there's a blade like icicle, a halberd. Is that a short sword? No, we want the huge sword. We want something for our good friend Magnus. I see a huge sword, its edges of ice, that can freeze an opponent's breath in his throat. Aye, your eyes see the Gloomfrost's nature true, and's no time to waste. Fetch me the tools on my table, and we're set to work. Crafting! By Moradin's breath, it's finished, and what a piece it is. You've done me proud. I can hear it wailing for its wielder from here. Take it, friend. It's yours now. Don't you want it? So it can lie in this god-forsaken glacier in the hands of a blind dwarf too old to use it? Nay, take it. All right, then. Use it with me good graces, friend. Might be catching some shut-eye soon. Working that ice, mine the strength out of me. All right, rest well, Tannen. Cold Fury. Oh, that sword looks amazing! Oh, that looks amazing. What is it? Hand of the Gloomfrost +4. This weapon was fashioned by your hands, guided by the dwarf Tannen. Forged from ice taken from the walls of the Gloomfrost, this blade has taken some of the glacier and some of your own strength into it, creating a formidable weapon. Though made of ice, the weapon is only slightly cold to the touch and does not melt, even when exposed to the hottest flames. Plus 10% fire and cold resistance, 5% chance to suffocate on the target for 1 round, 2d4 magic damage, -4 thaco, -6 dex, 1 for your attack, 50% movement penalties. Whoa! Storm shell once per day. Whoa! That's extremely good! And considering the sword we're currently using is just a +4 sword, that's an upgrade, and that is an awesome upgrade! Oh, look at that! Does it glow? Does it glow? It doesn't look like it magically glows like different colours, but hey, I will take it.
Very well.
Do you know anything about the young Rage Axe? Can't say I've heard of it, laddie. Let me hold it for a moment. Aye, I can feel the rage of my kin against the one who forced them to make it. 'Tis a terrible thing, but you need more than me. You need the help of a necromancer. Eden over in the Barbarian's Burial Isle is a necromancer. Do you now? Well, I can do my part. Once we're done here, take the axe to him. He'll need to put their spells to rest. Oh! More crafting! We're getting so much crafting done. And it's all free! There you go, I've done my part. Now you need to take it to Eden. The scroll explains what he has to do. Anything else? Yes, I want to sell some things to you, because we have things we need to sell. And a lot of things we need to sell. Like, 19k for the cam blade. Okay, 11 Yeti pelts. Not that! The Young Rage +5, yeah, that's a good weapon, however. That's... We didn't do the right thing for this. Apparently needed to do contact other plane and get his true name so that we could do stuff with this. So we're just going to sell you this extremely dangerous armor. This club is just a +5 club. Battle axe, chain. Gonna keep that for now. Keep the broken armors. Get rid of all 34 of these and that. The only people that can use that is a multi or dual classed fighter. So yeah, they can't. That can't be used. Magic resistance 75% is interesting. The Great Shield we can get rid of. We'll sell all that. Okay. And, while I'm thinking about it, actually, we will also sell this Robe of the Neutral Archmage for another 10 or so K. Excellent. Now that we've done this, and we got an amazing item, and we know we need to now go to the Necromancer and get some more stuff, now we can head over to the Seer. And probably get a huge plot dump, and then be told, you've got to go over here now and do thing!
Ready.
Also, the number of icons you have underneath your thing there. Protection from cold, electricity, mind shield, and protection from fire. All good! Also, guess who hasn't saved? Save, Kiko. Save.
You have need of
Let's
me?
go.
Very well.
We need our most charismatic person at the lead here. Okay, how big's this place? Oh, it's big.
Certainly.
Okay, maybe we don't want our most charismatic person in the lead, because, this place is big. We're only at the halfway point, I think. I think there's gonna be more. Or maybe it's just a long walk with no enemies at all. Hopeful? Hopeful? Hello? You don't seem happy to see me. You're not happy to see me. Oh! Ice golems? Well, we know what ice golems are weak to.
Aye.
Ice, clearly. Let's see how good we can... How much damage we can do by just hitting them. Okay, problem, and it's all of you. Right. Let's get a fireball here. About here. About here. And I need you to fire off a flame arrow. Oh, the flame arrow does a lot of damage. You also hurt yourself, but that's okay. Oh, my. They hit really, really hard.
Ready.
I'm not even kidding. They hit really hard. Right.
Yes.
I need you to help here.
Yes.
I need you also to just start firing off some magic missiles. We need some flame arrows. A lot of flame arrows if we're going to be walking around this area. Okay, that's you almost dead. Okay, now you've switched targets. Good. You switch targets to someone quite a bit more durable. Okay, Excellent. Just wail on this ice golem. Ice golems are no joke. They are no joke. And you're gone. Ooh.
Hey, I gotcha.
You have a ridiculous armor class. You have an armor class of -8. -8! And they still hit you really hard. But then again, we are in an expansion, so it does make sense that they would hit you this hard. We need a bit more healing than what we have. Right, let's get you back into human form so that we can get a heal on you. Because we don't want to rest, get ambushed, and then have terrible things happen. We do not. I know you're encumbered. I know you're encumbered. You're not going to be encumbered for much longer. I'm going to transform you back. And we're going to save. And we're going to sort out a bit of our spell casting. Because, oh dear. We need you to change some of these spells. Basically that. We need more of that. A lot more of that.
I am by your side.
Also, we do not need that. Maybe that in the future. Way too late for that, by the way. Rest. Yay! No attacks. Really glad for that. Really glad for that. Ooh. So, these enemies hit like a truck. And when we come back, folks, we will go and find the seer. We'll get there, even if we have to destroy all the ice in the Gloomfrost that comes to life to try and stop us. We really need to find out what's wrong with Wolf Team. I have a feeling that they're not who they say they are, and in a very bad way. It's just a question of how bad. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.